Baby, ja. Zit nou weer Got somebody, she's a beauty, very special, really and truly. Take good care of me, it's a duty. Bye bye, dark side.
Ja, also ich bin live.
Ah, sehr gut.
Ich
Sehr
habe
gut.
dir einen Link geschickt.
Ja. Kann ich hier?
Ja.
Und die alle sind auch
Willst du erst was sagen? Willst du erst
Ja.
was reden?
Ja. Gemacht hat, oder?
Nee, nee.
Gleich, deswegen. Kannst du hier.
Okay.
Hallo. Kannst du mich auch?
Die hören dich schon.
Ist bei dir
Wo?
auf YouTube.
Ja?
Ah, ist es dein Kanal?
Ja, ja, ich guck schon.
Okay, das ist nicht die Kanal, wo...
Deine geht nicht. Habe ich noch nicht angemacht. Willst du? Sollen wir loslegen? Ich nehme sowieso auf. Willst du das von alle sehen?
Onda? Mach mal das aus. Wieder zu bitte. Wenn wir bereit sind, dann aufmachen. Und dann kann ich anfangen.
Ich mache Musik ein bisschen leise und dann fangen wir an.
Also ganz auf Null. Hallo?
Vor den Stein setzen ist besser.
Ja, das wenn ich anfange, dann kann einfach aus.
When this condition, whatever, seems to whatever to hold, When they will end up like very high probability. From Ghana. His name was Elijah Toure.
What's your relationship like?
He was a nice guy.
Are we good?
For 6 months.
Okay.
We met in Sweden.
Okay.
And we are live.
No, not Ethiopia. He's in Somalia.
Oh, Somalia.
Should it go? It's all good. It's all good.
Are you done?
It's all good. With or without?
I'm not coming.
I'm asking you with or without the jacket.
Without.
Ah, why am I asking you? Thank you.
He's in Somalia
Hello guys, and welcome back to this channel. Hi. So today for coming, I am so excited for you. Thank you so much for coming. I am very, very, very grateful. So guys, it has been a very long minute since you've seen me online. I was a content creator, I was doing travel vlogs, but now I am doing totally something very, very different. And I'm a new author. Woohoo! I am so excited, guys, to introduce to you my new book. It's called Nights of Silk and Smoke. Of my book, because most of these poems that I wrote, yes, it's a poetry collection. Most of these poems that I wrote, I've started writing them, I think, 11 years ago. And every 3, 5, or 6, and then at some point I thought this is the time to put it into a collection. Now it's live on Amazon. It's going to be available to you all. Order it, I'll put the link down below and we can start off with that. So guys, welcome to Nights of Silk and Smoke, and we are so excited to have you here. Thank you so much for waiting on us. I know we've been waiting for so long, but here we are, and everybody looks so beautiful. Look at you guys. You look guys. Where do we start? We'll just start from the beginning. So I am Cecilia. If you do know me, you do not know me, and my book is written MK Ceci. So if you don't know me, I am Cecilia, and my book is MK Ceci. It's right now on Amazon, and it's called Nights of Silk and Smoke. So I have a lot of poems in that book, and I am so excited about these poems because they bring together my life in Germany. Let me say my life abroad, it's all in that book. Because a lot of moments happen that you cannot speak about, you cannot post, you cannot write about, and they all come down to one book. And it was my diary, it was also my journal. And when I went through my journal, I was like, you know what? There are a lot of things in this journal, a lot of things in these diary that can become poems. That's why I wrote them into poems and I put them in a collection. And I'm very, very, very proud of that collection because everybody that knows me, when they read that book, they will see me in those pages. The ones that do not know me, they're going to know a lot more about me, or let me say too much about me, but I am ready for that now. So a few years ago, I was doing travel vlogging, And the one thing that my listeners, let me say my subscribers were complaining about is that I am not vulnerable enough. That's what people say. They say that they have a lot of fun with me, but I'm not vulnerable enough. I don't show people who I am. I don't bring people in the walls. And this is what now I'm doing with this book. I'm letting all of you in. I'm letting you feel, what I go through, all the experiences I've had since coming to Europe. I've been here for almost 14 years. And I came here when I was 23 years old. And since then, a lot has happened. And not being with family here, not being with friends that I knew from childhood, sometimes it's a little bit hard to explain to people what is going on in your life. So it was much, much easier for me to put it all in a book. And that is why I'm so proud of this book, because it brings the laughter and the tears and the sorrow and the grief and the laughter and the fun, because you've had a lot of fun also, all of that in one book. So I don't know if any of you was expecting this, because a lot of the messages that I was getting were, what, you're writing a book? You wrote a book? You're writing poems? What? So I figured out that a lot of you do not know that I've been writing, and maybe I mentioned once or twice to some of you, and you expected maybe a book, but it is a poetry collection. A lot of books are coming up. I did not know that I was going to be a writer, but as it seems, I've just been writing the last couple of years, and all of it is coming to books. And I hope that you like this first book, because it's everything that I am. All right. So guys, welcome to this live show. I was warming myself up. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy that you guys are here. I am so happy. Thank you so much for helping me cook, for helping me serve, for helping me bring everything here. Thank you so much. So guys, this is going, thank you so much. This is going to be the first live show, and we're going to do a lot of live shows up in here. So if you didn't worry at all, you can come to the next ones. We will have a lot of these live shows. We're going to have a lot of fun. We will introduce more people in here. We'll have interviews. We're going to bring musicians also here, people who are playing instruments, people who are DJing. We have our favorite DJ with us also. We'll have all the people that you want to see on this channel. I am doing this especially for my friends, the ones that have, I think all of my friends got babies this year and last year. Congratulations to all of you. I miss you so much. And I want to see your babies very soon. And all of you got such beautiful babies. This is going to be a high standard to keep up. Thank you so much for joining. I know you are all there, and I miss you so much. So guys, we are launching my very first book, and it's called Nights of Silk and Smoke. Let's start there. So why Nights of Silk and Smoke? All right, so most of these poems started because I was either going through something or a topic came up that I just couldn't stop. Most of the people that write books will tell you that the moment you start writing, it becomes like something takes over you and you cannot stop writing. So when you have to write, then you write. And that is why it was very clear to me that I had to publish these, because it was such a strong feeling while writing these articles. It's very strong feelings that came up, and I was like, I don't want to leave this world without having shared the very best part of me and the very most vulnerable and most honest part of me. And that is why I published this book, Nights of Silk and Smoke. It's on Amazon. It went up today, and it's available for all of you guys. All right. So I was thinking about how to launch this book today, and it being my first book, I had to really think about why I wrote it in the first place. And I think most writers have a motivation or something that is just driving them to write a book. But for me, let me say it was just love. I know that is very easy to say, but love made me write this book. And love in very special ways is self-love, it is family love, it is love for my country, it's love for human beings, it's love for this life, because if you know me, I love life, life loves me too. And it is just love for what we are, where we are at in life, and how we are carrying on. If you have love for all of these things that I've said, then it's very easy to find things to write about, and there are topics that just don't escape you. You find yourself just continuing and continuing to write. So I don't know where to start, so I will start with love for self, and then we will go with love for family, love for country, and then we will find 2 or 3 more poems that I know definitely are going to speak to you. And I hope that it's going to also either inspire you to write your own, or it's going to inspire you to just think about these topics that we sometimes just pass by in life. Okay, so the first poem that I would like to start with is A Dangerous Elegance. So I don't know why I'm starting with this, but if you ask me, in my mind, in my world, I feel like I am an elegant lady in the life that I live in. And I was not born this way. I was not born into money or anything. My family is here. They'll also tell you it is all a ritual that I've learned through the way since being here that has filled my cup more than it has emptied it, if you guys know what I mean. So if you know that if you are totally in a new country, you are in a foreign land, and you don't have family here, you don't have friends here, you're making your own friends and your own family in a new country, that is where you start to figure out where you are, who you are, and that has been my biggest lesson the last couple of years. I've had to really think about who I am, what I like, what I don't like, where my boundaries are, who I want in my life, who I do not want in my life, what works in my life and what does not work. And sometimes as adults, that's where we are at. Sometimes we are so fast, we're living this life so fast sometimes that we just don't get the time to think about where are we at in life right now. And where do we stand with the people that we have in our lives right now? So that is where I'm at, and I will start with this poem because it says a lot about me. So let's see. I'm reading from my manuscript, but if you want the book, please just check the link below, and you can also order it from there. Okay. It's not in my work alone, though it often tells it all. It's not just the rise of my brow, act with stories and secrets I do not need to tell. It's the calm in my chaos, the patience I wear like a crown. It's the look in my eyes that say, I know. And you ask what makes me confident to walk in unfamiliar rooms and take up space. What pulls head like Diane waves do the shores, and hearts like moths to the glow of my flow. It's not a spell, it's not a game, it's not the clothes or the curves or the coins. It's something older than beauty. It's me. It's the promise I carry in my smile, The storms I survived without becoming one. The way I mother myself like a nation, applying creams in my bruises until I rise. Again and again and again. I trust myself like a bird trusts its wings. Fierce with freedom, busy with waiting. I do not beg the world to love me. I remind it how to. You want to know how I handle others, what others fear might break them? I've dined with disappointment and still licked mango juices from my hands. I've dined with disappointment and still licked mango juices from my hands. I've built temples out of loneliness, grew gardens from goodbyes. I've danced with drought and laughed with the roof leaked, because I knew that even the rain was part of my full experience. I'm not afraid of hard decisions. I was born from them. I'm so sorry, give me a minute. It's very, very easy. Let me just explain this. It's very, very easy for me to read through my poems and just get back into the moment when I wrote them. So I have to be very careful here. And my power, quiet, untouchable, dangerous, divine, dangerously divine. I move with grace that stands, not pleases. My energy enters.
You got this.
Thank you so much. So guys, I am so nervous about it's very hard to explain why I'm so nervous. But I'm very, very happy that you guys are here. So we will continue as we want to. All right. So I want to read the second poem. Me at all. I speak 4 languages at this point. And sometimes it becomes a little bit harder to think in one and read in one. But we will continue. Of our life. That is the second poem. Monday's taste of ripe mangoes and stand-up laughter, a ritual no one asked her to keep, but has become her favorite part of the week. Draping the day with softness, like she's teaching ours how to slow dance. And her notebook, how to hide secrets. Nights of silk and smoke would dare reveal. On Tuesdays, she's back to breathing discipline into dawn. Coffee that burns but keeps her alive. Strangers, as if the world were hers to choreograph. If this week is to be hers, she knows it is up to her. Then she waters her plants with like confidence. Guys, I am not going to do this. I cannot. I can't. I can't. I'm so scared about this book. It's just too much.
What she did it. That's the most important.
No. Don't worry about it. That's okay.
Remember where you were sitting?
I don't know you. I'm so sure. Okay.
You're from Namibia, right?
Whew.
Is it that correct?
Moment. Isaac dia sofort ke?
Thank you.
Is it from Namibia?
Thank you.
From Kenya.
I'm from Kenya. Why did I know that? Okay. Kenya and Ese, that's my name.
Bin mission? Eh?
Your husband is true.
Okay.
We have to come visit, but he's leaving now.
I know, right?
Husband, save the date, yeah?
Hello guys and welcome back to this live show. So guys, there's something about me that does not, if you know me well, let's just talk here. If you know me well, then you know I'm not so good in routines and protocols and standards and how things are supposed to be done and da. I do well when I go with the flow. I do well when I go with how I feel. I do well when I go with the present. That's why I don't plan too much about the future. If you know me, I don't know if that's an advantage or disadvantage. I just know that that is how I am. And this book has just opened a chapter in me that I was not expecting at all. Because I was you know, as human beings, mostly what we do is we have masks, and you have masks for everything. You have a mask at work, you have a mask at school, you have a mask with your friends, you have a mask with your family. There is something you can show your family, you cannot show your friends. Something you can show your friends, you cannot show your boyfriend. Something you can show your boyfriend, you cannot show your sister. So we have to have different masks in life, and that is us human beings. And I realized that I do not like masks at all. I am one person that just wants to live this life as authentic as I can. I want to show myself to the people I care about. I want the people that I care about to show themselves to me. And this is what moves me. This is what motivates me. This is what keeps me going. I'm sorry, I'm just playing with my friends. So I like being authentic. I like being myself. I like being in the moment more than anything else. And that is why I like to see how things go. I don't like knowing how things will go. I like to see how things go. That I feel like that is the experience of life. And that is why if I have to like just read, just check, it just becomes too protocol for me. So let me continue from the heart. So guys, I am so excited that I finally have gotten to publish this book. A lot of you did not know that I was going to publish it because I said I was writing, but I did not say I was going to publish it. So on these, let me say the first collection, because a lot of them are coming up. On this first collection, I wanted to just like show myself to people that want to read from me. Just show myself to you guys. Because I feel like if you know me from one side of my life, then you think I am this Cess. If you know me as, because I'm also a nurse, if you know me as a patient, then you've seen another side of Cess. If you know me as my family, then you know me another side of Cess or another side of Modoni. So it becomes a little bit, for me, it's a little bit difficult to show myself in a different way to different people in my life, and that is why it has been very easy for me to put it in a book, so that if you don't know me in another light, then you get a chance to know me in that light. And I remember when I sent my editor, her name is Shruti. Hi Shruti, thank you so much for helping me edit this book. So I remember when I sent Shruti this manuscript, she was like, oh my goodness, because she knows me. She was like, I have never thought that you would write a book like this. It was also too much for her because she knows me. And I knew it was time. Because at some point in life, you know that some people will never get to know you. They would love to, but they would never really get to know you. And you also feel like you're going to leave this world without really being seen. Or that is how I definitely feel. That it is very important for me to be seen and to be heard and to know that I was here. And it's very difficult to do that when you don't feel like you can be as open, as honest, as vulnerable with the people that you care about. So if you buy this book, if you order this book, and I hope you do, I hope that you know that that is where I'm coming from. I'm coming from a point of me wanting to show myself to you, to my readers, to my audience, before the other books come up, because I don't want to go to collection 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, without having just really shown myself to you in collection 1 first. That is the plan of this book. So I mentioned this before, and I was very, very nervous, so I will mention this again. I did this book because I want to celebrate love. I want to celebrate love that is romantic, love that is self-love, which is also very, very, very important, and I think is a big cornerstone in my life. I feel like it is very easy to love others if you fill your cup first. It's very hard to pour from an empty cup. So guys, I'm just nervous. I know you can see it from my cameras, but I'm just nervous to just be this open with people, with audience, and I feel it is right. This is the time to do it. So if you do not know this about me, I come from Kenya. I've been in Germany for 14 years now. I came here as an au pair girl. My host family was actually just here. And I had a great time as au pair girl. I am also here with a friend that was an au pair girl with me too. Thank you so much, girl, for coming. Thank you. They are all here, and I am so excited about that. So when I came here, I could not speak German at all, so I had to learn everything. And then I went to nursing school. The journey is a journey that everybody knows that comes to Germany. So you come to Germany. When we came here, we could only be au pair, or we could only go to school or do German classes. So the opportunities that were available for us are the opportunities that we took. And at the moment, I am an intensive care nurse. I work with patients privately at home that are in intensive care. And there are a lot of poems also. Let me say there are enough poems about my life as a nurse in this book. There are also poems about the kind of lineage I come from, and that is family, blood, and beyond. The section is called Blood and Beyond, because blood, we know, family and bloodlines, but we also have family that we also choose for ourselves. So you come to a foreign country and you start choosing your own family in that kind of a country. And I have family here. When I look at your faces, I know you are family. I'm so, so happy that you also care. I'm so happy, guys. So I have people here that I am so happy to see their faces, and they're lighting me up and giving me a lot of motivation and encouraging me with the launch of this book, because they can see it. I'm normally not so nervous, but this book is just taking all the energy that I needed, and that is how I know it is the right book to publish. I have written other books, but this one, it just had to be #1. So guys, my dad is a musician. Hi, Dad. And he has been an MC and a musician for actually, since I was 5 years old. So this is his life. He's always been emceeing in clubs, also singing Mugithi in Egerton. We call it Egerton. Hi, Dad. Iga. Yeah, but he sings and he performs. And my mom was also a performer. She was also a singer. My dad and my mom, they both have albums, and I love their albums very much. But I knew that I was not going to be a singer, not really. I love singing, I love music, but I knew music and having an album out was not in my list at all. It was not in my bucket list. So the most natural thing for me is putting all my ideas together. But because I love poetry so much, and I think for most people who know that I read, they know that I read mostly poetry books. So poetry has been part of my life, especially since moving here for the last 14 years has been part of my life. I have too many poetry books. That is what really builds me, because I can see it in the pages, I can see it in one poem, what the writer wanted me to see and what they were going through, the kind of experiences they had. And that is very important to me, because some poems are they can be long, they can be short, but you can feel and see exactly what the person is going through. So I will start like this now. So that I don't get that nervous, we're going to start with the shortest poem on this collection. And the poem is called Homecoming Haiku. So if you know what a haiku is a short poem, mostly is 3 lines of a poem, and it mostly shows like a very still moment, and then something happens, and then back to the still moment. So if you can follow that, then let me read this poem, and then when you hear it, you understand what I mean with shortest poem in my book. It's called Homecoming Haiku. Rooster cuts the dawn. Grandmother's chai perfumes still air. Eyes still closed, I smile. That is the shortest poem in that book. I know how it feels if you don't know haikus. It only needs 3 lines, and then you understand the feeling that you have when, for me, it is homecoming haiku, so it means that first morning when you wake up at home. And I know a lot of diasporans are going to understand this. If you live in a foreign country and you go back home, that first moment, that first morning when you wake up, sometimes it's not clear where you are. You're not sure where you are. You wake up and a jogoo, if you are from Kenya, a rooster, a jogoo wakes you up in the morning, and then you can smell the tea, and then you smile. That is the poem that is the shortest in my collection. So let me find a poem that I know that is going to show a little bit more about me. So this poem is one of the things that made me even consider writing this poetry book. My grandmother's wildest dream. Dear Shosh, in Kenya, Shosh is grandmother, or in Swahili, in Kikuyu, we say Shosho. So it's Dear Shosh. Dear Shosh, am I your wildest dream? The child you prayed for in midnight silence. The one you imagined when you stitched faith into our family. Did you see me walking here with your warmth in my hands? Dear Shosh, dear grandmother, that is. Am I your wildest dream? When you worked long lab shifts, when you mothered and labored in the same breath, when your tired eyes bent over the microscope, did you picture me standing tall on your spine of resilience? Dear grandmother, was I ever in your dreams? When you limped through your sister's doorway and still found me, listening to my young mind's wisdom without judgment and resistance, and when dementia later cleared your final days, did you hope I would keep your touch alive in my memory? Dear grandmother, was I ever in your dream? Planted dignity like seeds in my pocket when you warned me about boys, while your hands built quiet empires? Did you see me living? The woman who carried me when there was no mother or grandmother in sight. The one who offered me a cleaning job in a spotless house and protected me from my own decisions. When you spoke for me like I was your own and showed me a mother's love in foreign land. Did you ever dream I would grow into this woman? Please tell me, dear grandmother. The woman who made dreaming possible. When you whispered prayers into the night, when you did break beneath burdens, when you loved in silence, when you labored unseen, was it me you were dreaming of all along? Oh, how I wish for sure. When I'm traveling the world alone, dancing beneath lights you are never allowed to face, eating foods I cannot even pronounce, laughing with men who'd never marry me, daring to love without permission, to walk in hills once called sinful, to earn and invest what you are not allowed to wear what could have condemned you, and to want what could have had you disowned. That I'm living proof of the dream you once carried in silence. For if I am, this I vow, to live a life beyond even your wildest dreams, more colorful, peaceful, courageous, and filled with my own true choices. A life as big as all our dreams combined. And for you, for me, and for all the daughters and granddaughters that will dare to dream after me. Thank you so much. That poem made me decide to publish this book. Let me tell you why. Because coming from Kenya, I had grandmothers that fought in the war. And I will not call it the war because for Kenya, when you're in Germany, the Kenyan war against the British looks like a small thing, but it was my grandmothers were there. They were helping their husbands when the war was going on. So every time I am in Europe, every time in Germany, and I can eat, I can drink, I can travel, I want, I can go wherever I want, with whoever I want. I could date whoever I want to. About the grandmothers in my life and the grandmothers and the mothers that came before them that prayed and wished and hoped and wrote down. Women really just were hoping for a better life for women in the future, because I think I am that woman now in their future that can do all of those things that they could not do. I am sitting right here with friends and with with people I've just known in this country, and people that I love very, very, very much, the people that mean so much to me. And we were not born in the same country, not from the same mother, but I know that the prayers and the wishes and the hope that my grandmothers had and my mother had, the dreams that I have for my daughters and my granddaughters and the daughters to come after that, I hope this poem is going to remind them of that. That is why this poem is. And then I will explain why I wrote them. And then I want you guys to go on Amazon right now and check out Nights of Silk and Smoke. It's already available on Amazon. Order it, all of us, almost at the same time. Then Amazon is going to recommend it to more people. So if you want to order it today. Order it today. All right. So, I want to find a poem that is going to show you another part of me. So, with regards, solitude. So guys, I want to explain this poem a little bit before we continue. So, as you know, or as you can see, I'm a very talkative person normally. You don't know that, but this is how you'll know. So I'm a very talkative person. I think everybody thinks they're fun, but I think I'm fun. I'm fun. I like having a good time. I like being with. And the last couple of years, I've been, okay, a lot of people have told me that I've been away. I've been hiding. People are saying I'm hiding from everybody else, and that is not the case. The case is that I have had different phases in life, and a phase where you have to do more, a phase where you have to do less, a phase where kind of phase that I've had the last 2 years is a kind of phase where I just needed solitude. I needed to be by myself with people I care about, spending time with them, sharing what we have with each other, checking up on each other, and making sure we are all doing good, because I like when we can be a community, and it has proven to be harder than before, because the harder corner, and it's buggering me very, very much, because I feel like a community does more than when we are individuals. I think maybe it's doing things together and helping each other with everything, and that is why I feel like we need to do more of that. So this poem called written while I was just in my own bubble. Okay. Phone is on do not disturb. No notification buzz, no memes to reshare, no scrolling through strangers' mornings, no pretending to care through a screen, no comparing my peace to their filtered chaos, no endless seasons, no voices shouting opinions like facts, no algorithm telling me what I should want, no dopamine disguised as connection, no inbox begging to be cleared, no drafts of messages I've never sent, no tabs left open in my head, no borrowed routines, no borrowed life, just time, mine. Cat Williams is on mute. No sound needed when you can recite every word of it. White petals in vintage vases, scented candles lit, and not for the light. Old t-shirts stained with paint, pages half full with poems, skin glistering like a donut. I'm here, alone, not lonely, whole. So if you happen to miss me, don't be sad. Just know I'm somewhere between laughter and lotion, learning the language of my own calm, and reminding myself how beautiful it is to be my own company. You wouldn't imagine the days I lived only to survive, when sleep felt like surrender, rest like failure, and peace like something one earned, not freely given. Now I protect my quiet like treasure, and rest like a woman who appreciates how far peace has traveled to find her. With regards, Solitude. That is another one that was very, it actually sums up my last 2 or 3 years, because I felt like I needed less of everything else and more of myself, if that makes sense at all. Because sometimes when you're a person who likes people and likes, opening your walls for people, it feels sometimes like you're not having a time of your own. You're not having your own time for yourself. And that has been like a big challenge for me, and that is what I've been doing the last 1.5, 2 years. You see me outside, you think because you've seen me outside, you think I'm among people, but if I'm not outside, I am doing my own thing. And this poem says exactly that. Because sometimes you'll call me, I will either not answer, I will not hear it, or I'm just so much in my bubble right now because I needed to finish this book. I needed to feel like it's going to come from myself, and there is no way you're going to do that when you're among 1,000 people. You know what I mean? So guys, I hope you appreciate this book because it came from that bubble, from no buzzes, no memes, no phone calls, not resharing anything, not. If you are not already planned in my day, then it is very possible that you have not been able to communicate with a lot of people the last couple of years. So guys, this is one of them. Let me show you another poem, and then you might know where I'm at in life, and then we will end this. And I want you guys to go on Amazon, check this book out. It's called Nights of Silk and Smoke. All right. The next poem, let me retire where mangoes grow. Let me retire where mangoes grow, where mornings are slow, unfolding the waves across the horizon, where afternoons taste of sun, and evenings filled with cricket sounds soft as prayer. Let me rest where mangoes grow, where laughter is currency, and neighbors greet you by name, where seasons are measured not in clocks, but in rains and harvests, in the ripening of fruit, in the patience of trees. Let me live surrounded by nature's sweetness, milk warm from healthy cows, papayas spilling seeds into my hands, chickens clucking like gossiping aunties, children chasing birds through tall glass that forgives every fall. Let me have a garden that sings with hibiscus and lavender, a table always set for one more chair, and the kind of peace you cannot buy in cities. A place where legacy is simple, feed people well, love them better. When my hands are tired, let me still have mangoes, bright, ripe, forgiving, and a sweetness that belongs only to the living. Let me sit beneath their shade, golden juices on my lips, and smile knowing I chose the life that did not rush me. Yes, let me retire where mangoes grow, where even in old age, there's something sweet to wait for. I think at this point, when I looked at my book when I was editing it, and I figured out it looks like I love mangoes a lot because they have been featured in my book a lot. There's silk. Silk means I love quality, I love dressing well, I love silk dresses. I have a website that only sells 100% Mulberry silk products. It's called slowinsilk.com, and it only sells silk. And that is why silk is on the title. Smoke means a lot other things because my dad is watching this, so I will not say I smoke. I do not smoke, Dad. And I love poetry so much, and I like writing poetry, but I only do it in candlelight. So most of the times, I will write my poems and there is smoke coming out of the candles. That is why. And then we're done. We are done. Yeah, that is what I'm saying. I'm seeing for. Oh, here is Onda. Say hello, Onda. He is the best photographer in town, and we have the best DJ that the world has never seen. Yay, DJ Chris! Okay, guys, let me before we continue. I know Onda is telling me I only have 4 or 5 more minutes, but I have to say something to Chris. So, Chris, there's a reason you're here, and the reason is tearing up. Why am I tearing up? Jeez. So I met Chris. The first time that Chris was playing was one of the worst nights of my life. And we all have those nights. And know me, then you know I will come to the club, I'll look very pretty, I will dance with all of you, I'll have my tequilas, and then I'll be like, ah! And then you'll not even know when I'm going, right or wrong? So, I know this, but the first night that he played, I was having one of the worst nights of my life. I did not know how to go on. I did not know what to do. So I decided I was just going to wear a pretty dress. I was going to have 2 tequilas. And then that was my plan. My plan was like, I'm going out. Guys, you say, there's a song that they say, last night the DJ saved my life. You know that song? Chris saved my life that night. He saved my freaking life. And I've never told him this. I wanted to say this when it's about this book, because he doesn't understand why he does not know that. It's because he saved my life that night. I needed to dance. I needed to not worry. I needed to just like be out of my situation. That for me. Thank you so much, Chris. You have no idea. That meant so much to me. It meant so much to me. So this is why I did not want to do this, because we were supposed to start this book launch a few hours ago. To be honest, I just wasn't ready. I did not know how to do this. So I hope you guys just accept whatever you've gotten out of this. I will tell you a few, just to sum up all of these. I did this book just to show my gratitude for everybody that has been in my life. I feel like we all have our battles. We all have our battles. someone, we assume. Sometimes we just don't know. And if someone doesn't tell you, then you don't know. You just don't know. And I am very, very bad at that. I'm very bad at telling people what I need or who I am or what I'm going through. I'm very bad at that. Very, very bad. I don't know if it's because I'm just not used to being asked or being, I don't know. But I've just figured out that if you go through something, or if I go through something to other people, there's someone I told something and they told me that it's actually a first world problem, which is very, very funny because it's true, it was a first world problem, but it was my problem at that time. So just break down, just have people where you can just break down and just be like, you know what, I'm just not okay. And it happens okay all the time. And I'm just happy that I wasn't going to be as strong as I hoped to be on this life, which is also. If you want me to read more of these poems, we are going to do a part 2 with Onda. We are going to do this in my own place or in my apartment because this is just a little bit too vulnerable for me. It's just, I don't know how to do this. But guys, I want you to read that book and then tell me what spoke to you, what really, really, really showed you who I am, what inspired you to write a poem yourself, what inspired you to write a book yourself, what inspired you to be on live, cry like myself. And let me know down below. If you want me to do more of this, I am going to do more of this. This is just the launch of this book. A lot more are coming up. But that is okay. Thank you so much for joining us. I will see you on the next one. Bye.
Wow.